Good afternoon or morning, depending on where you are. This is Brian's Sports News, Movies, Bible, and Archaeological Discovery. I am your host, Brian Coleman, and for today's episode and segment, we'll be doing the last time that Lipcomb had won a national football championship. Now, the last time they won was 1986 to 2025. How many years ago is that? It's been 39 years. From 1986 to 2025, 36 years ago. Who did they beat? They beat Arkansas Monticello, which is a local college. What was the score? 67 to 54. They won by 13. Lipcomb won by 13 points. What all took place at that time, you may ask? The brain virus just happened, and the Shapoval disaster just happened. For those who don't know, the Shapoval was an astronaut, was a space rocket back in 1986. And what had happened was that it exploded in space back then. How many people died? 7 crew members died in the Shapoval disaster, which was very, very tragic. And those were 7 crew members. The next thing that happened was the Air Trio flight disaster that happened, the Flight 98, which was a crash that happened in Los Angeles. How many people died? 64 people died in that. 64 people died in the Air Trio Mexican Flight 98. 8 were injured and 82 were severely injured. Number one movie, The Crocodile Deep, which was a movie. It was a major movie back then. The second Karate Kid movie was big and popular. Famous songs that were famous back then. Be There Will Be a Sad Song to Make Cry by Billy Ocean. Anita Baker, Sweet Love was big. Lacey Q, the song that she had, Stuck With You. For those who don't know who Lacey Q is, she was a singer back then. She had a rock and roll style, and she had long hair to the side. And that's who she was at the time. Number one rap song, Thick by Run DMC, Thick. Salt and Pepper, Trampin' was the song then. Biggest TV shows, The Cosby Show, A Different World. Number one car, Chevrolet Celebration 82 model was popular. Popular style for women, power dresses, shoulder pads. For men, it was track suits and power suits. For those who don't know, power dresses were long dress. They were long, they had blue, and they had a little collar here. For those who don't know. And some, if you had a robe, it was long, and it had polka dots on it. For men, the traditional tracksuit was a long suit with a collar here, a collar right around here. It had 2 laces on it, and it had a bunch of patterns, and even sports teams on it. Number one game system at that time, the Nintendo Entertainment System was popular. It was a square system back then. Square controllers, red buttons, and you'll put it up at that time. The next thing, the number one shoes, Air Nike Maxes. Number one bubbles, Air Jordan 2s. Number one restaurant, Wendy's. Number one cake, Red Velvet Cake. Number one slang talk back then, turbulent, was a way to express something cool. Gapping me with a spoon means something disgusting. Sunburn, which means someone that comes back with a face burn. Vent out, which means to be relaxed or lazy. Vent out, which means relax or lazy. Number one toy, Ted Turban, was, for those who don't know, he was a teddy bear similar to the Cabbage Patch Kids, the Garbage Pail Kids, and the number one toy, Kids Poppin', was a toy then. So those are just some of the last things that happened last time that Lipcomb had won a national championship. If you enjoyed this video, please like, please comment down in the section, and please subscribe. Help me get to 20 subscribers. The Brian crew are the best crew around. You guys are the best for doing that. This is Brian. Bye.